A male springbok courts a female by gently touching her flanks. Only when ready will she allow him to mate. This is called pronking. Adult springbok pronk after being chased by a predator, perhaps as a signal to regroup the herd. But in these young, it seems simply a delightful form of play. Daily, it's growing drier. The pan becomes a mire of soggy clay and then hardens under the harsh Etosha sun. High and dry, the pelican colony is no longer an island and no longer a sanctuary. Jackals and hyenas raid each evening. The flightless young pelicans soon are scattered across the pan, many dead or dying. The new grass brought by the rains matures and dries. The great herds that have flourished here on their breeding grounds now move on in search of fresh grazing. Probably such migrations have continued for thousands of years, triggered by the onset of the long dry season. Some herds will travel 100 miles and more. They must follow trails leading from one waterhole to the next. And at the waterholes wait the predators. A zebra herd is halted in sight of water by two resting lions. The lions have recently fed, but they will see that nothing drinks here today. They're old companions and have hunted together for years. It would seem that nothing could come between them, except perhaps a lioness. It's mostly noise, and little damage is done. The victor has established his right to the lioness. The loser seems to accept his lot in life and is ill-prepared when a second lioness comes on the scene. After 3 dry months, the water holes become increasingly essential and perilous for the animals of Etosha. More and more often, and more urgently, they are impelled here to drink. Elephant are among the few animals that come fearlessly to water. These bull elephants normally keep to themselves, but occasionally they join up with a breeding herd of cows and calves, like this one. When a very young calf is with the herd, even elephant can be edgy. This calf is probably less than 10 days old, and it seems the entire herd unites to protect it. Kudu are infinitely cautious when coming to drink. They are alert for the slightest scent or sound of danger. A powerful lioness in the prime of life is accompanied by her 3 cubs. Lions have a bad reputation as parents. Cubs are often neglected or even savagely abused because of conflicts within the pride. But this lioness proves an attentive and careful mother, possibly because she has no female rivals and enjoys the attentions of the 3 male lions in the area. The cubs are only about 4 months old and would be quite helpless on their own. They'll continue to rely on their mother for the next 2 years. A flock of quilias makes a hit-and-run raid on the waterhole. Their safety lies in speed. The lioness has caught a young warthog for her cubs. Now she leads them to where she has left it. There's a surprise in store for the cubs. The mother will not help. Inept as they are, they must learn how to kill. This is a rare and striking glimpse of how the means of survival are passed on in the wild. It's growing hotter and drier by the day. Though always aware of danger, animals are drawn more frequently to the water holes, starting even in the cool of early morning. They can probably smell the lioness, but they're also thirsty. It's been 6 months now without a drop of rain. Flocks of guinea fowl scratching for seeds add to the choking haze that hangs over Etosha. It sometimes appears that the entire area is smoldering on the brink of bursting into flame. Now comes the time of the light rains, showers that may fall in scattered spots across the plains. They're only a teasing foretaste of the real rainy season, still 2 or 3 months away. Soon after the light rains, acacia trees blossom. For kudu, giraffe, and other browsers, their fresh new leaves offer some relief. But for other animals, the scanty rains bring little benefit. The plains are still brown and bone dry. Now the great grazing herds begin to retrace their migration routes across the plains. By the time the rains begin in earnest, they will have found their way back to the same breeding grounds they occupied the year before. On the way, herds gather to drink at a water hole on the edge of the pan. And so it goes on, as it has for millions of years. The ancient perpetual cycle of the seasons, the endless pursuit of predator and prey, of death and renewal. All will have come full circle as thunder echoes across Etosha and the rains come again at last.